off your clothes, but keep on your heels. And let me give you what you need. Yeah. Baby, slow it down, then speed it up, then throw it back for me. You're a bad thing, and you're showing out. By the way you move, it blows my mind. Can I make my way down your spine, baby? Be a shy girl, be your wave. Now would you whine for me, slow grind for me? Take your time with me all night. Now would you whine for me, slow grind for me? Take your time with me all night.
Welcome to Speak It Podcast with me, your host, So-So, film director, author, screenplay writer, educator, and producer. I'm known for my book, Tales of Love and War, a book of short love stories. I created Speak It Podcast to give a point of view on relationships, parenting, entrepreneurship, and other relatable topics. So grab your wine and join in with myself and my awesome co-host, creator of the No Podcast, Ron Reed.
Damn, did you eat yet? Oh shit, hold on. Let me eat, 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 let me eat. Before I murder this beat, let me eat. Before I bless these streets, let me eat. Appetite for that glory. Niggas don't know my story. But Wild Bill be the guy. I ain't got no worries. Used to be out warrant, out ducking warrants. Pigs all in my back, you know that swine tough on us blacks. FN hugging my hip, in my pocket, one extra clip. Got that vest protecting my chest, cause some beef hard as hell to digest. High ground hard, don't rest. Look, bitch, don't be no pest. Lil' holder failed my test. Real niggas don't deal with no stress.
Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. What's up, So-So? So-Sophia. So-So. Everybody, welcome to Speak It Podcast. I'm going to be So-So. Welcome to Speak It Podcast. I'm So-So. This is my host. So-So. You got to unmute yourself.
She's been doing this for 10 years.
No, Are you muted? Why am I disappearing? Is that why? Okay. No, I'm still disappearing. So my name is Ron, and I will be conducting this show apparently. You want to start? Okay, let's play a TikTok video. Until So-So works out her technical difficulties.
Men hold on to women they don't want a relationship with because they are selfish, period. Because he knows what she brings to the table, so she's emotionally invested. So he plays games with her so no one else can have her. Men like this stay so they can milk you for everything that you...
So-So probably chose that old BS clip. Let's watch another one.
Why do men hold on to women they don't want a relationship with? Men who hold on...
She probably chose that one too. I'm toxic today. Let me find what I chose.
Got a great question in the comments of my last video, which was, why would a man have to keep paying child support if he was proven not to be the father? Let's unpack that, because I feel like a lot of people...
Men hold on to women they don't want a relationship with because they are selfish, period. Because he knows what she brings to the table, so she's emotionally invested. So he plays games with her so no one else can have her. Men like this.
If women move like yourself in the dating market, meaning don't elevate my lifestyle, don't introduce me to anything new or do anything for me that I'm not already accustomed to, because if this is over, you're going to have to keep me this way.
But
how do you think that's going to impact the dating market?
I'm not saying you have to keep me this way forever. I think it's a period of time.
Okay, how long though?
I feel like 3 months.
3 months after the relationship ends?
Is she delusional?
Yes. I would expect 3 months, but I feel like 6 months you're being like a, you know, you're a really
6
good
months
guy.
after we break up,
So-
keep supporting
But
them.
3 months,
Makes
like
no
something
sense.
like you have to do this, or
Yeah, no,
make your life
not
hell.
gonna happen.
I'm kidding.
Make your life hell? You want to make my life hell? I got lawyers and I got knee breakers. I got shit
But
for
it's like
people like you.
if me and you have no bad,
Nah.
why
we
you
good.
rather pay
I'm
lawyers
out.
than help me?
We still can't hear you. Oh my God, what is going on? I'll just be you. I'll just reach your lips and be you. I didn't hear what you said. Y'all, again, welcome to Speaking Podcast. I'm sorry, we are having technical difficulties. I'm trying to play videos and so stubborn. Instead of working on her sound, she is changing the videos that I'm playing. Now you see what men have to deal with in relationships.
Smoke a little bit of this, drink a little bit of that.
No, what the
Oops.
I need my sound to hear it come back on.
Yeah, I heard it. You know.
You hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Great. It came right on time. Wait, hold on. What are we doing here? Doing the Wet Me Up challenge? Speaking of it, there is a Wet Me Up challenge if y'all want to do it. Do a reel to that song, Dirty Love song, Wet Me Up.
Oh.
So that's what that was. It's a little provocative. It's provocative. It's not provocative. Now I'm disappearing because my light. I just got all kinds of issues going on today.
Yeah, I'm having some light issues too. Everybody's having technical difficulties.
You know, this is why we gotta get our backdrop. Don't worry, y'all. We will be in the studio really soon, so we won't be disappearing in our background.
I'm in the studio.
Oh shoot! Well, you disappearing in. We'll be in the studio together with a backdrop.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little tired of the in and outs. When I move, you gotta like be really still. And I'm like, you playing TikToks though, got nothing to do with our topic today. And actually, we do have Lorenzo that's going to come in a little bit and talk about our topic, which we didn't make the banner for. You know, Ryan, you and your.
You were here before I was.
I know, Jeff. Oh, what you looking at? That Wet Me Up challenge video? Did it show?
Yeah, it showed. You didn't see it?
No, I just heard it. I thought you cut it off as soon as it it came out.
I did. So nasty.
Sounds nasty to me. It's not nasty, it's sexy. Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
It's for the challenge. So people got to try to beat it.
How are you? Oh, we got comments?
That's Brian. I mean, that's Jeff.
Oh. He said it sounds nasty to me.
That shit's dirty. Dirt. That's his name, Dirty Low. But how do you?
I know it's wrong. He's wrong with it. So why are we off subject? Tell us what the
because
topic is.
Brian, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I was making a banner for the topic because you didn't do it. Let's see. What's the topic? Oh, can you overly love someone?
Yes.
You answered already.
That is the topic.
Yes. Can you overly love someone? And Ryan says yes. I also say yes.
Well, I didn't say yes as in I'm saying I'm playing both sides.
Oh, you little punk.
I'm gonna play both sides.
I probably can maybe a little bit play both sides. I just feel like I'm sorry how my friend Fast used to always start. See, me personally, that's how he always started off his conversations. Me personally, I just feel like this light is very much in my face
but I feel like you can like overly love somebody, and this is the conversation that I was having yesterday, where we were talking about like how much of each other of you should you give to someone, and because it was a question on the Speak It group page, and people were saying like 80, 20, 50, 50, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking, I said, well, it's supposed to be like 100, 100. I said, but then should you give 100% of yourself to a person? Because then what do you have left for you?
Yeah, you gotta keep something for you.
Right. So when I said that, Lorenzo, which I don't know when he's going to come in, he was saying, well, giving you is giving that. He said something in the realm of, okay, I'm giving time for me, but the time I'm giving for me is to make sure that I'm mentally strong to give 100% to you. So the time that he gives for himself is basically time that he's giving for you, which makes it 100%. Do you get that?
Yes, absolutely get that. I actually told a woman that because I'm not gonna say women don't understand, but
Thank you.
yeah, it's not that all women don't understand. She didn't understand. I had spent the evening into the morning with her, and I told her that I had things to do, and she got mad at me. And I told her, I said, this is the maintenance of the person that you like. And so you have to understand that I have to do these things in order to be the person that you even want to be around. And she didn't quite understand. Like, you don't like me if I don't do the maintenance that I have to do to be the person that you want to be around.
So that's you still giving 100% of yourself. You can't be 100% to somebody if you're not 100% to yourself. So it's almost like when we say like overly love, like because when I had my show on 102.3, I did this topic, and I looked at it from a standpoint of where you're basically losing yourself in a person, where you're so consumed in this person and fulfilling this person's happiness, or making sure you're providing more happiness to this person that you forget to who you are and what makes you happy, you know, with yourself. Yeah. And so I feel like it happens that way where we, especially I think so more so with women, we get confined, so consumed in men that we get lost. Once that relationship is over, we have to start finding ourselves again. We end up, because we sometimes become housewives, and we don't go to school for what we want to go to school for. We're making sure the household, the man is satisfied and happy.
I don't know. I got my own thoughts about that. I think that's a human trait, and what humans do is they get comfortable. They get comfortable, especially if that man is taking care of you. The more it's the welfare complex. The more that somebody does for you, the less you want to do. Mm-hmm. If you got to go out and get something yourself, then you have to work for it, and you in working, you are doing for yourself, and so you learn to keep doing for yourself. When somebody else is doing for you, you forget how to do for yourself. I think that's different than. I think women like they do like fall for a guy, and they thinking about him all the time. They want to be around him all the time, and I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, it's like we like I said, we get so consumed in that man. It's like some of us, it's almost like we're missing something when we don't have a man around. I know it's like we have to all our thoughts all day, everything we do is we're trying to satisfy that man, trying to please that man, we want to be with this man, and we want to make this man happy. We want to make this man love us. We want to make this man like us. And so it's just always just falling into that man where we forget about us. The only thing we care about us is looking good for that man.
Right.
But we start to lose who we are or who we were, because we're trying to be this person that this man wants us to be when it's really not us, and not even thinking that this man might not even be the man that we supposed to be with. But we're so caught up and wanted to be with this man that we're not supposed to be with, that we forget exactly like who we are, what we really stood for, what we wanted, our standards or whatever. And I think that's when we start to show too much love for that person. And we're giving over 100%, to that person, because I didn't really know how to explain it, but we're not getting back what we're giving, and we're not even paying attention that we're not getting back what we're getting. And because we're just constantly giving and pouring and pouring and pouring into this person that we don't even have nothing left for us. And when this person do us wrong, person leave us, we're down, we're depressed, we can't eat, it's like, and now we got to find ourselves. We got to find out how we're going to pick ourselves up. Because the whole comfort thing, I was in a relationship where I got really comfortable, because before I was working 2 jobs. Was on my grind, my hustle, paying all my bills and everything. And when I got in a situation where I didn't have to pay anything else, and it's funny because that TikTok you played with Kevin Samuels, that was a topic that Eric and I had about how if the person should be paying, take care of your lifestyle. They built the lifestyle for you, even if you wasn't married for them, so they still take care of you. And I had to agree, and I said, yeah, because you brought me up into a higher standard, and I didn't work or anything. And so now we break up, and it's your fault we broke up, then you should for a little bit keep me, at that level for a minute. So so that video, that was a whole topic in itself. But you do get comfortable. I got comfortable with not working, with just building myself, with building my businesses and everything, and being that house woman. I wasn't a
terrible thought to have.
Huh?
That's a terrible thought to have. I don't agree with maintenance, or however you want to call it. I think it's called maintenance. You call it alimony, whatever you. I don't. Really, and I'm sure, like, I know that sounds like a very male point of view, but I just don't. I don't. I got Jeff, life coach Jeff up there in the background. but I don't agree with maintenance or alimony, because.
Did you get married in Indiana?
Yeah.
That's why, because they don't get alimony in.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, because they believe in choice. You chose that. I mean, if nobody put your arm behind your back and said don't work. Nobody put your arm behind your back and said don't build yourself. Like, it's up to you to build yourself, whether somebody's going to go out and do for you or not. If that's the case, then I mean, I could sue welfare. Like I said, I can once you take me off them food stamps, and I understand the complex, because I think I told you when I was first married, we got food stamps, and then I think probably food stamps, we got help, and that happened for probably about a year or two, let's say 2 years. And all of a sudden, I got a career, I got a good job, and then when I got cut off, I was salty. That's that first couple times. Where did the money go? And it was like, where'd the money go? Because I had to buy my own food. Like, this is ghetto.
It's so ghetto. Paying cash for food is very ghetto.
And it was just, I didn't, I felt a certain way about it. But I mean, that was my choice. You know what I'm saying? I see it as my choice. I understand when people need help. But if you sit there, let's take it back to alimony. If you sit there under somebody and you just get comfortable, then nobody should reward you for getting comfortable and not building yourself.
But no, it's not that you don't build yourself. Okay, so say if you had an agreement with the person you were with, and that hey, I'm gonna go to school.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to school, and then he take care of everything while you're in school, and he's like, okay, well, by this time you should be working. Okay, cool. Started working, but it didn't work out. The job just wasn't for me. I'm just not an employee. It's just so hard for me to be an employee. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so hard for me for somebody to tell me what time to come to work, tell me when to leave work. it's just really hard for me to be an employee.
Yeah.
And so it just wasn't working for me when
this job is just not working for me, so you should support me.
No, I said I want to build my own business.
Yeah.
And so when then COVID hit, and so during COVID I was working on building my spa, and he was still, I didn't even work during COVID though. I did pick up some shifts through an agency, and because they was paying CNAs hell of money, so I jumped on it and I started working. So I was here and there bringing in income, but I didn't have to work as much because I always worked 2 jobs. Like I always worked 2 jobs because I was a single mom, and so I always worked 2 jobs even when I was in school. So it felt good to not have to work as much, and I can work when I wanted to work. I can work part-time. I got comfortable.
Right.
I had a nice home. I had cars. It was like you built that lifestyle for me, but you did things in a relationship which caused me to have to leave you.
Yeah.
So because of that, because I wasn't the cause of the breakup, then yes, I would, have, expect you to,
So I somewhat agree with you there. I mean, if there was an agreement that was made, and you all of a sudden, that person that had that agreement with you didn't uphold their side of the bargain or the agreement, then but at the same time, like you have states like Illinois that are just giving out alimony. Like it's like I don't think it's not even an argument. They're just giving.
But why not? If the woman, or even if they give it to men too. Shoot, look at the women like Mary J. Blige and have to pay these husbands all this money. Like for real, like the women ain't the only ones getting it. And these men should have been working. And you're gonna take this woman to court after she was supporting your ass and get all her money.
Now I got to disagree with you. Yeah, I agree. The same thing when it comes to men. It's the same thing. I agree. Like if you set up under Mary J. Blige and she took care of you and you chose not to build yourself, then yeah, you shouldn't get anything. Now there should be arguments that are made. If you helped her, if you were helping her and she asked and the agreement was for you to help build her, and that means you had to negate what you were doing for yourself, then yeah, okay, then the argument can be made. But I'm talking about
prenups coming in.
Yeah. And I'm absolutely not getting married without a prenup. Next time.
Because I wish would come in and be like, "Oh, here, sign this prenup." I'm like, marry yourself. Don't tell me to sign no prenup, because one, that just means that you're ready to divorce me. Because why is a prenup? Prenup shouldn't even be talked about, because you should not even be planning on divorcing me.
That's not.
We're gonna sign a prenup. Once we realize that marriage is starting to be broken and it can't be fixed, then you bring up a prenup. Be like, you know what? This may not work. So here, let's sign this prenup, because it ain't no limit time to sign a prenup in your marriage, is it?
So. The name of the yes, it is. That's why it's called a prenuptial.
Oh, we gonna do
it. No. Oh no.
God.
What just happened? What did we just hear? So.
She said if we start arguing, then we gonna sign a prenup.
We gonna file post-nuptial, okay?
Prenuptial, we asked if he to sign a prenup.
We're gonna sign a post-nuptial, all right?
I don't think
you're like a little person. You're like you were photoshopped in the damn screen. Yeah, like
that is hilarious. No. I mean, you gotta sign. You can't be mad about somebody that's, and it's not even about trying to protect yourself. I think a lot of times because we hear so many bad things about prenuptial agreements, that we think that that it has to be a bad thing. It might be saying like, hey, you came in with some stuff too, and whatever we came in with, we leaving with it.
Well, you can have stipulations on that, because I know like some people like, okay, you get this much money when we divorce.
Right.
prenup or whatever, or if you have my kid, we both like having like little issues.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on today. Or if you disappear, if you have a kid, if you have my kid, you get this much a month for the kids, and then you get this much a month for you. So there are like disagreements or whatever on that, even though we just got way off topic.
We did. Okay, you overly love somebody. So I hear your argument about taking it back to topic. I hear your argument about overly loving, and you saying like women, and I agree with you. A lot of women do, but maybe a lot of people don't agree with the Bible, and maybe they don't read it. But that's what I kind of base relationships off of. I think that it makes sense, and like biblically, the woman was made for the man,
right?
Biblically, and so I think that I don't fault women for kind of losing themselves, because when you are doing that, you are actually fulfilling your purpose. And so as you're so-called living for this man, you're fulfilling your purpose. Women aren't necessarily in a man's purpose. They aren't in his purpose. So I think while a lot of women, you feel fulfillment in a relationship when you are giving all of yourself to this man, because you are fulfilling your purpose. Men can't necessarily give off all of himself to you because he feels incomplete. And as a matter of fact, I think in fulfilling a woman's purpose, what will happen eventually is she'll start disliking him. Because
you think so?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. A woman will steal all your time, and then they'll realize a couple years later, like, you haven't done nothing. Yeah, because I've been with you. And because they realize, and I don't know if they really know how to put it, but they realize that you are not, that you haven't fulfilled your purpose. She's been fulfilling her purpose all along, but while she's fulfilling her purpose, someone wants, oh, you got to be around me all the time. You got to want to be around you. Hey, we need to sit at home. You need to come home. That's not a part of my purpose. My purpose is to go out and build.
You see, I don't want to be. I don't want to face. Oh, sorry.
I'm losing you. Say that again.
Keep losing.
Oh, I lost you. I think you were gonna say something important.
I'm having every technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Today.
I lost you. Kind of, sort of. That's that Cricket wireless internet. So you need to upgrade. So are you there?
Lorenzo, you're supposed to be on this show. You're supposed to.
That Cricket wireless internet. So
that is Xfinity internet. Thank you.
Are you there?
I'm trying to be. Shit. You see me?
You're frozen.
I don't know what's going on today. Like,
there you are.
I think it's my area.
Yeah. I think you're back.
You were supposed to be on this show. You were supposed.
Oh.
Hey, can you see me now?
I think you.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're so.
Well, no, because I'm still like winding.
Oh, we lost her again.
catch up with me, bitch, I do the dash, I want the cash fast.
Women, if women move like yourself in the dating market, meaning don't elevate my lifestyle, don't introduce me to anything new or do anything for me that I'm not already accustomed to, because if this is over, you're going to have to keep me this way.
But
how do you think that's going to impact the dating market?
I'm not saying you have to keep me this way forever. I think it's a period of time.
Okay, how long though?
I feel like 3 months.
3 months after the relationship ends?
Is she delusional?
Yes. I would expect 3 months, but I feel like 6 months.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right, so as we were saying, so I guess Lorenzo decided not to get the link. I guess he decided to be in the comments, which is weird.
Okay.
Let me turn this down because I had to turn it up so I can hear you. So I don't know what's going on. I'm having like technical difficulties. I'm having lighting issues. Oh, here you go. He got a little smart.
Lorenzo.
Hi, Lorenzo.
What's
Ladies
up?
and gentlemen, Lorenzo Hughes, one of the longest actors and performers I've ever met in my life. No.
What's going on, Tommy?
It's all good. It's all good. Soso said you had some interesting viewpoints on the topic today.
Oh, well, depends on what the topic is.
You know what the topic is. I brought you up earlier today. The same topic we talked about yesterday, Lorenzo, about overly loving someone and how we were talking about giving 100% of yourself or 50. How much of yourself should you give to a person?
Okay. All right. Where y'all at in the conversation?
Well, we just got back in it because we had a whole change of topic.
We got some technical difficulties.
Wrong with the technical difficulties.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think it's my area. That's why I need to move.
Lorenzo, introducing you. You're a therapist.
Yeah, man. I do clinical orthopedic massage, manual and exercise therapy.
Okay.
I'm also a sex trafficking consultant.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's also an actor.
And professional actor as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Nice to meet you.
Let's not leave that out.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's get it cracking. What we waiting on? Yeah.
Wait, before we get it cracking, then let me do this because then that way I can easily like break this up if I need to. So we got a spa coming up and on March 25th. I just want to do this really quick breaking news. All right, so I'm opening up a men's spa it's called the men's spa. It's for the kings only, ladies. It's March 25th. I have a special. We got a $99 facial and massage special going on. It's from the 25th to the 30th. You can get a facial and a massage, 30 minutes each. And then we have a full booking. We have a full menu. I'm going to put the link to the website and booking site in the comments later on. So that's at Mo Casa Cuts and More. It's 215-16 Main Street in Messon, Illinois. Y'all can call the number 708-840-1562, or y'all can click on the booking site and y'all can book y'all appointments.
Nice.
So, and soon Lorenzo will be there with his hands.
Okay.
For the ladies?
For the men.
Oh, okay.
Besides therapist. It's for men's spa. We're not dealing with women right now. I've been dealing, I need a break from women.
So what? Come on. What we talk? Let's get it going. What's up?
Now, Brian, you want to speak?
So back to the topic. The topic is, can you overly love someone?
Can you
overly love others in relationships?
Okay.
So I told her that. Well, I don't think I really got to my point because we kind of we go all over the place. We started talking about alimony for some reason, which I had a strong viewpoint about.
We're not getting back into that. Let's get back to love it.
But I believe that you love people how you love them. But I told her, like, I think that women in loving men, because we both agreed that sometimes it's women that overly love men, and I think they kind of get upset sometimes because they feel like they aren't getting the love back. And I said that when women overly love, I think that biblically they are somewhat fulfilling their purpose. And I understand that's not in everybody's beliefs, but that's just my viewpoint. Is that I think if for men, you aren't necessarily fulfilling your purpose in being around this woman all the time and catering to her needs and all of that. I think that men's fulfillment comes from creating. A lot of times outside of the house, creating in your family, but creating and not necessarily trying to fulfill this woman's needs all the time. Whereas women, they're fulfilling their purpose in doing so.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to agree or disagree with it. And I'm going to say this is why I say that is because at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Yes.
And being human beings, we're in denial if we say we don't need love.
Yeah.
Because we now, to a degree, I believe from person to person, how you define how much love you need and what that could be, I guess it's going to vary from person to person. But I believe that as human beings, especially human beings that are attracted to each other, and I'm going to speak as a heterosexual male.
Yes.
That are attracted to each other.
No, I was kidding.
That's all I know right now.
That's all I'm with you.
It's that, and I think this is where we drop the ball in many cases. I think a lot of times we don't know how to love. We got to admit that. We don't know how to love each other. Sometimes, I think in many cases, women need to teach men how to love them, and men need to teach them how to love them as well. It's like it's a learning process. Even me being 51, the way I love one woman is not going to be the same the way that I love another woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
And vice versa. It's a learning process. What I've learned with women is, and I think sometimes as men, I think we drop the ball in women say that they want us to listen, because sometimes we hear and not listen. Like you spoke about the Bible. I believe within each and every one of us, the Bible is within each and every one of us. Mm. So in the Bible, when the Bible repeats something over and over, that means it's very important. Mm. Same thing with women, when they repeat things over and over again, and I'm not talking about just one woman, like your particular woman. You talk about women that you don't even know, that you never met. You go through social media and you see women that have never met each other repeating the same thing over again. That means it's very important. Mm. So when they say they want us to listen, sometimes we have to step back and actually experiment and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and listen this time to see if it works. When you hear women talk about they want us to listen, and you listen to them talk about the things that they like to see from us, like for us to do, sometimes we have to step back and the word that people hate to hear is we have to submit. Like, when we hear the word submit, we like to think that means that's just for the woman only. You need to submit. Well, men need to submit too. Sometimes we need to submit and just say, you know what, I'm going to show them out for you. And when we listen to women talk about their concerns and what they want from us, especially when they're talking about love, because that's who they are. When you think about the yin yang symbol, what women are, and they're the love portion of that. When you look at the woman as the other half, they are the love part. So when they're talking about love, it's very important. So can you love her too much? I don't know. It depends on what the definition of too much is, because love in itself is a psychological issue. It's if you think about it, it's a psychological disorder. Mm-hmm. Especially if you say you can love somebody too much, because too much can be like, you know what, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. out of love. You know, I love this woman so much. If she leave me or talk about leaving me, then, you know, it could be fatal in many cases.
Yeah.
When you talk about when you talk about men that even hit women, or women that even hit men, and you see that they never break up, we wonder why they still together. It's the psychological disorder of love. You know, if you don't understand it or know how it works, then yes, yes, you probably can love a person too much. I don't know what that would look like though, because I don't know. Love feels good to me. I like it. You know.
Yeah.
Love is what keeps you coming home.
Yeah.
You know, love is what makes you excited to get off work and come home.
Yeah.
Love is what you look at your phone and you looking for that person's phone call or a missed call from them. So love can be very beautiful in most cases.
Yeah.
But can love be one-sided?
It can. I think it can get toxic when you talked about those. What did you call it? The psychological? Yeah, because I think when you talked about submission, I think it starts moving into that psychological part of it, disorder part of it, when you love and don't submit. So like if I pour out myself onto you, but I hold back a portion of myself, or I hold back a piece of myself, and I give you all of this love, and then I'll pull back in certain areas. I think that's when people start getting crazy, when you don't fully submit to each other.
Right.
We talked about that kind of too, about men and holding back their emotions and not trusting women with their emotions and not giving that 100% to that woman when you say you giving 100% or you overly loving, but how could you overly love and give 100% of yourself if you don't give that emotional part of yourself to her? You know, the part that she asked for, the part that she's missing, and the way she can understand you. Because a woman, like even what Eric said last week, we need to see all sides of people. We need to see all sides of people behavior, how they are when they, sad, when they are upset, when they're happy, when things, not just the good part, and when problems are resolved. I need to see how you act when there is an issue that maybe you can't fix right away, or when you have experienced a death in your family, or when you had an argument at work, or when you got fired from that job. I want to be that rock, that shoulder, not your friends, not your mom, not your sister, your grandma, your pastor, but you go to all those people, but you leave the woman who you claim you're giving 100% to, and the woman that you claim you love, you're leaving her out on that very important part of yourself, and because you have a lack of trust in women with your emotions, so you're taking it out from your past and you're bringing it onto this woman who never gave you a reason not to trust her with your emotions. So it's like, how is that considered overly love or even giving 100% when you're missing that part?
So let me ask you, so if I share that information with you, if I share that information with you, if I become transparent and I share with you my envy, what are you gonna do with it? What do you know what to do with it?
Well, the most thing I can do is just basically provide empathy, sympathy, and concern and love to you. I may not be able to solve your problem. Just like when I bring an issue to you, you can't always solve my problem. But sometimes you just need that person to show you that you're comfortable and you're safe. Your emotions are safe with them, that you can express yourself to them. And so maybe I can't fix your issue that you have, but I can provide emotional support to you that you may not get from when you go to your pastor or your mom or your homies. That because I have a different love for you than they have for you.
Okay. So you said you said a very important word. Now, I'm very particular about words because I believe there's power in words.
Of course.
Sometimes we use them and we misuse them. Now, you said a very important word, and that important word was safe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and safety is very important with men, whether we know it consciously or unconsciously. Because when I say safe, do we feel safe? Most men don't feel safe being transparent with women.
And that's what I was talking about yesterday.
So my question is this: when I ask you the question, if I give you that information, what do you plan on doing with when you, like, for example, if you say you're gonna give me an ear or somebody to listen to and talk to me? Yes, I believe men totally need that. But when somebody shows up with injuries, meaning they might have open wounds, they may have wounds that are infected that need treatment. Now, if you stand there and look at it and show me sympathy, it's not doing very much. It's like, let me give you a good example. In most relationships, people will talk about how they've been cheated on and how this happened. Like, you'll hear a lot of women say, you know what? I don't want to hear about your past relationship. Oh, I don't want to talk about past relationships. But I need to hear about your past relationships, because what happens is, if I don't know about your past, if I don't know where you've been injured or how you've been injured or where you've been hurt, what usually happens, that means I'm going to touch you in a way that's going to become painful. And I'm going to wonder why the hell you lashing out at me, because I didn't know. Yeah. Usually when you touch someone and they have an old injury, they're going to scream out in pain. Now, in relationships, when you touch somebody who have been through some emotional pain in their past, and I might say something, and I don't have bad intentions. I might say something in a way that may open an old wound or touch an old wound or throw salt on an old wound, and you lash out at me, and I don't know what the hell is going on because you refuse to share any of that old information or information that I need to know. And then you'll have some men at the same time on the other coin, I don't want to hear about your old relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So mostly men will say that to women. I ain't that nigga. I don't want to hear about that what happened in the past, and I'm different. You know, like mostly men. That's why when I do date, one of the questions I do ask, one of the most important questions, is what triggers you? What's your trigger? What shouldn't I do or say that would cause you to go off? And some men be like, well, I can't really say exactly like what is that, because sometimes it may just happen and I don't know that is a trigger. Okay, so what's your known triggers? You know,
I don't mind to be triggered. Going back to what Lorenzo said, he said, what are you going to do with me if I am open with you emotionally? And that's what I think a lot of men are afraid of. I just saw a clip on I think Instagram where a lady was throwing out her husband's mother's ashes. And it's
that was so fake. I saw that shit. She wasn't doing that for real.
Whether it was fake or real, what I see is I think I'm probably I'm going through things, and I'm probably a little bit afraid of where this woman is going to touch me at if I've been vulnerable with her. So if I've been vulnerable and open with her, how is she going to use that against me? I think if you found yourself a decent man, just decent, let's not even say good, you find yourself a decent man, most men, women can go really low. And I think a lot of, like, if you found yourself a decent man, he's not going to be overly emotional about things, and it's going to take him, he's not going to do some things that I think that some women who might be decent women, I've seen decent women stoop pretty low. And I think he won't do certain things that women would out of anger or emotion.
I feel like
that's what men are afraid of.
That's the thing with men, and this is what I was telling Lorenzo. I feel like you guys take a majority of women and how they treat men and how they play with men's feelings and you bring it into that mindset of yours that a lot of women are like this, so you don't feel safe with sharing your emotion with your woman. If that woman, like I told you yesterday, if she never gave you any reason not to trust her with your emotions, because trust should not be earned. You should automatically trust somebody. Trust is lost, and then it has to be regained. You should go into everything with trust, with respect. All that stuff should not be earned. It should be given. Yes, Lorenzo. Well, you got your hand up like we on a Zoom meeting. But
let me say this. Okay. I agree with what you're saying to a degree. I agree.
Agree to a degree. You can never just 100% agree. The degree.
Depending on the relationship, right? If you're just dating or you boyfriend, girlfriend, or domestic partner or whatever, when you share something emotionally or a past experience, I don't know what that past experience may be, but one of the most painful things, or one thing that make people go, I don't really want to say crazy, but lose their mind when they break up. You be wondering why people breaking up people's cars and going after people and injuring people after a breakup, is because what happens is when you put your trust in someone and you become transparent and you tell them you reveal some of your personal baggage to them because they said, like you just said, that you need to trust a woman, whatever. And let's say the relationship doesn't work out, that y'all break up for whatever reason. That person leaves with some of your most valuable and personal baggage.
On both ends, though, on both ends, because women open up way more on both ends.
Well, you see, okay, right there with what you just women do. What? Say that again. Repeat that.
Way more. We express, we dump everything on y'all if we can, So we let our most vulnerable parts of our lives to y'all. So shit, we send y'all nudes. Y'all leave relationship with nudes. Y'all leave relationship. I mean, y'all leave relationship with way more than we give to y'all.
Your own opinion. See, when you talk about people, you can't use your opinion to judge other folks.
I'm talking about
as a woman. What's valuable to you as a woman and what's valuable to me, that's mine. You can't put a price on that and say yours is more valuable or you did more.
I didn't say more valuable. I said on both ends, we both leave out the relationships with stuff that we said. I said both ends. I said we give. We do give. You just said men don't open up. Women open up. And that's not my opinion. That's just period. Y'all even say we say we feel too much.
So you said men don't open up.
You said that y'all don't feel safe with opening up. I don't want to say y'all should open up.
I think I said that men don't feel as safe. I think that the cost of a man opening up and the cost of a woman opening up are different. I think that the cost of a man opening up, women putting things out there about men and men putting things out there about women, I think the cost is a little bit different in society.
Why you say that?
I'm being fully vulnerable.
Why you say that?
Let me jump on with that. I'm gonna agree with Ron about that because look at it like this. Women were taught to be transparent and to be vocal about themselves emotionally. You're taught to be emotional. I mean, from birth, pretty much, you're taught to be emotional. Men were never taught to be emotional, so you can't expect men to speak a language that they were never taught. Most men, when they become emotional, usually it comes out in violence, it comes out in verbal and physical abuse. It's like when you take a child, or if you take a baby, for example, when a baby can't speak, what do? They cry out, they throw a fit. A kid doesn't know how to express themselves. They fall out on the floor crying because they can't express themselves. When you look at men who cannot express themselves properly, what do? They throw a temper tantrum. That's how it comes out, as a temper tantrum. They don't know how to express themselves. So when you say, well, men don't do this or men don't know how, men don't express themselves, how many men do you know how to express themselves emotionally in an effective way? How many men do you know that are afraid to express themselves because they know how you got the woman who said, my words can cut like a knife. These those words that cut like a knife are used from arsenal that a man has given her, and she's used it as a weapon in return. Yes, those type of words.
That's one side of Lorenzo, because men does that also. I didn't express myself to a man before, and when we got in an argument, he flipped that on me and he used it against me. So it's both sides. It's both ways. Sometimes I'd express myself to a man and he's not even listening to me. He don't even care about. I went through a death in a relationship and I got no empathy, no love, no nothing. It was just like it didn't even matter to him.
I didn't say it so you can come
ourselves as well.
But see, like if the audience is listening, like what just happened right now with when I express what men have gone through, we got to come back. Well, women have blah blah blah.
No, we talking about both ends.
It goes back to one person listening.
No, like I'm agreeing with you also. I'm also agreeing with you, but I can only speak as a woman. I can't speak as a man. So I'm also, just like you're giving your thoughts as a man, I'm giving my thoughts as a woman, because that's the only way I can speak of as a woman. I'm agreeing with you because I can only agree with you really until I hear something that is like, it's simple. We're going through the same situation, is what I'm trying to say.
Go back and just listen to the replay. When one person says, well, this is how I feel, and then another person say, well, we go through it all the time. It is not a justification of why I feel that way. Just because you go through it all the time. If you say, hey, well, men needs to be trained.
That's my point. I'm not saying it in that manner. I wasn't saying it in that manner.
Okay, let's do it like this. If we ask a question and I answer it, just listen to the answer.
I didn't ask you a question. I mean, I'm just saying, I asked Ron the question. You took the answer, but I love you, but I didn't ask you the question.
What you got for us, Ron? What you got for us?
Oh, I'm listening to you, and I hear you, like, and I hear what So saying, like, when women can be hurt, and the thing that came to me was a lot of times when women, we were talking about being open with your partner and being not able to be open. I think because a lot of times women will take the information to emasculate a man, and emasculation in our society is it's the ruining of a man. It ruins his confidence, which is everything to a man. Whereas what does a woman feel? You know, when men have so-called information about them, what are you feeling? I don't think I think I was talking about the cost before. I don't think the cost for a woman is as big as it is to be emasculated. And it seems like nowadays in society, that's what in these toxic relationships, not every relationship, in these toxic relationships, more than likely the information that this woman is using against this man is to emasculate him.
Oh, that's a strong word, but I can agree with both of y'all, because I've seen women with their husbands, with their man, put down a man so much because of they lost the job and now the woman is the bread maker, or I've seen that and I've heard that, and it hurts me to a core to hear that coming from them to this man. So I totally agree with y'all that some women do that. That does come from a woman. And I understand why a man would not feel so safe. But as I was saying, like, you can't put that, if you going into a new relationship and say the dating process happened and all that stuff, now y'all going into a relationship and she's opening up, she's, saying she's vulnerable and she's transparent. And then when it's come time to maybe your best friend got shot and you're emotional, or you lost your job and now you're dealing with all these emotions without her, she's going to feel that you don't trust her with your emotions, and now you're bringing in your baggage into this new relationship, and it's not fair to her because you never even gave her a chance to even say that you are going to take my information and you are going to emasculate me, because you already got it stored in your head because of a past situation or somebody else's situation. And it's not fair to that woman that she don't get a chance with you to even know how to help you, or if she could, or when you're emotional, or for you to trust to even just vent to her.
I'll tell you something. I see women like, and you aren't the only woman to say what you just said. Oh, you bringing things from your past relationship. I think a lot of times men look at full pictures. They will be quiet, and I think a lot. I won't say every man, but a lot of men, just in our mind, we're trained to look at everything. We're trained to look at the full picture and not just a situation. So I think there are women that show glimpses of what can possibly happen to me if you get upset or angry. And I've seen women